Oh, there's a lovely picture of me though. Oh, lovely.
Hey, Dale!
What?
I've no more bugs to give, my bugs have runneth dry. I tried to go bug shopping, but there's no bugs left to buy. I've no more bugs to give, no more bugs I've tried to get. I'm over my bug budget and I'm now in bugging debt.
What are you on?
I've no more bugs to give, my bug fuse has just blown. I've been hunting for my bugs all day, but they've upped and bugged off home. I've no more bugs to give, my bug rations are depleted. I've rallied my bug army, but it's been bugging defeated.
You could have just said it was the Bugglebots final, you know.
I could, but where's the fun in that?
Have we got the rest on again? I think I need them.
No.
Well, who have we got then?
Oh, charge your batteries, ladies and gentlemen. It's our 2 times Bugglebots champion, Mark Leigh!
Ooh.
How are you both?
Oh,
Very
I
well.
love that Welsh accent. I'm
Yes.
half Welsh. I'm half Welsh, Mark. So
Oh, well, there we go.
it sings to me.
Yeah, lovely singing. Not a bad effort.
Thank you. I'm curtsying. You can't see it, but I'm curtsying. Or how are you feeling? 2 times Bugglebots champion winner, Mark. How does it feel?
Great. It's nice now that everyone actually knows. You know, it's hard to sort of keep it under wraps.
Oh yeah.
And not want to tell everybody.
Yes.
Especially
Yes.
attending events after it's actually happened. And, obviously I know quite a few people know, but there's definitely people who don't.
Yes.
Yeah.
And you've got kids as well, haven't you? So how hard is it getting the kids to keep it under wraps?
I don't tell them. They are not interested.
Oh, they not? Did they not
Well,
notice that massive trophy you brought home?
Yeah. Well, they sort of coming round to it now. I have had requests for sort of like, cat robots or unicorn robots. But yeah, still they just give me a look, I think. They sort of just give me a look and like, what are you doing? Oh, robots again.
I have to protest against unicorn robots because of Nellie's face.
Yes. We don't like unicorns.
Oh, but there we go. We're not here to talk about Nellie's face or Battlebots. We are here to talk about the grand final of Bugglebots. I'm slightly sad because it means Bugglebots is over. But never mind. We have a whole episode to talk about excitedly first. So there we go. First up, it is Thunderchild versus Sore Loser, the All-American Wedge versus Spinner Loser. I mean, Sore Loser, because, it's got a spinner, not a saw. Yeah, you get the idea. So the fight went the whole 3 minutes with lots of back and forth brawling and a few pins from Thunderchild. But sadly, this went against him in the judges' decision, as the FRA judging criteria does not favour pins. So Sore Loser took the win from the judges. Dale, did you enjoy this fight? I think it was a good brawl, regardless of whatever people think about the judges' decision.
Yeah, I liked it. It's quite amusing. Nice driving, good fight, and I think they should rename Thunderchild to Mini Pinny. I had to come from somewhere. No, but funnily enough, I actually forgot Nate did that when I was there, and it was funny watching it back. And yeah, but I remember him doing it now. It was just quite funny.
I think the first time he did it, people thought he was counting Sore Loser out, and it was like, hang on, that's Tim's job. But then oh no, he's counting for the pin. But there we go. Mark, did you get to see this one live, or was watching it on the show the first time you saw it?
No, I actually got to see this one. I did see this fight, actually. I didn't see a lot of them in general because I was, I like to keep it to watch. But yeah, I did watch this fight. And to be fair, it was a really good fight. To be fair to Thunderchild, he was flying around there. And, Alex was doing a great job as well with Sore Loser. Oh, but it was comical just seeing Nate sort of like giving her the countdown. And I think after seeing her the first time, and then when it went on to the second and third, I was just laughing because it was amazing. He was like fully in the zone.
Oh, he is. He's so into it.
Oh, I know, it was great. But yeah, it was a really good fight. And I think, with regard to the pins, I can't really remember how many it was. It might have been like 3.
Yeah, I think it was about 3. I remember him counting 3, I think.
Yeah, and that's 30 seconds. And to be fair to him, he was applying a lot of pressure. He was doing a lot of pushing. And I think Alex done really well, and he was in there for the ride, and scoring whatever damage he could.
He gave the lathe treatment to the front of Thunderchild.
Yeah, I did see that. Yeah,
that's quite an interesting little nibble that was. But there we go. So sore loser takes. By the way, I love the way you say sore loser in your. Can you do it again for me? Say sore loser.
Sore loser.
Oh.
What do you mean? It just like that's. It's like, oh, what do you mean?
It's my inner Welsh. I'm sorry.
Oh, right. Oh, well, when I hear it, I know. Literally, my anxiety. I'm just waiting for these episodes to come out and thinking, oh my God, I'm going to see myself on camera. I'm going to hear myself speaking, so I got to be careful.
So we're going to move on to your first fight of the grand final, K2 versus Splody Boy. K2 did to Splody Boy what Splody Boy did to Phoenix and gave it a whooping, basically. I think, Mark, you were just reminding everyone that you are not going to give up your title easily at this point. Would you agree with that?
Yeah, and I don't want to come across or like people to think, oh, I thought I was the best, because that's not the case. It was just a case of I wasn't ready to get off the roller coaster, and I was gonna make, if I was gonna lose, I was gonna try and make it as difficult as possible for whoever it was.
You certainly gave the up and coming underdogs a bit of a kicking. It has to be said. It was almost clinical. It was just like, I'm the champ, you're the newbies, bish bash bosh, executed. And you ate their wheels. After all of Rara's fight talk about eating wheels, Splody Boy's wheels got eaten by the champ. Although, to be fair, I don't think they mind losing their wheels to the champ. That's a fair way to go.
Yeah, they to be fair, they were really good, and that's, Jeremy's first robot, that's a massive
first Beetle,
achievement.
not first robot.
First Beetle. Yeah, sorry. I know he's done some ant stuff, hasn't he? Yeah. So and this is it's really good. I can remember him putting videos on like Facebook or YouTube and sort of spinning up the weapon, and it looked like it was in the greenhouse type thing, And I was thinking, oh, that looks rather interesting, But yeah, I can't remember if I said in the interview, but it literally played out exactly as I planned. I wanted to try and get around the side, and the wheels were quite exposed, sticking out of the side, and I just thought, oh, they're coming off in my head.
I think I remember Jeremy saying to me afterwards the mistake he felt that he made in that fight was that he didn't give his spinner enough time to spin up, and he went for you too quickly, and that cost him. And yeah, I can see where he's coming from with that. If I've remembered that wrong, Jeremy, I'm so sorry. Feel free to correct me. But there we go. He made a rookie mistake, and K2 goes marching on into the semi-finals. Dale, what did you think of it?
Well, I think we all need to move on from that. That's all I had on that. Silly jokes.
I'm tired of your wheel puns. So Dale, I don't think has any more to add other than his terrible wheel pun. So we'll move on to the clash. The clash of the horizontals, Daedalus versus Mini Spinny. This is the competition's evidently two most powerful horizontals, and they have gone head to head. Unfortunately, no black holes were created in this fight, although Daedalus did put some nice holes in Mini Spinny. Mini Spinny was limping pretty hard towards the end, almost getting counted out at one point, and so I don't think anybody was surprised when the judge's decision favoured Daedalus. But it was still a good back and forth brawl, though, and Mini Spinny was taking some hits. That sacrificial wedge was definitely doing its job.
Yeah, I liked it. Not what I'd expected when I saw that this fight was going to happen. It was I don't know what I expected really, but it wasn't this in a way. But yeah, nice to see it end in a hug though, because Daedalus ended up on top, if I remember rightly.
Ah, they were spooning.
Yes.
Thank you. Spooning horizontal. There you go. Mark, what did you think of this one?
Yeah, it was really good. You know, I like the new mini spinny design, especially with the wedge. As you said, you know, you've got options then. But yeah, it's sort of like it took some abuse. I'll give it that. And you know, Daedalus is it's just a
Terrifying.
monstrosity, isn't it? It's you know, it's just carnage. You know, if you could just sum it up, it's just absolutely brutal. But oh no, it was a really good fight, you know. And as you said, you know, Mini Spinny was limping towards the end, but I think the amount of hits that it took, it held up really well.
Can I just say, somebody referred to Mini Spinny on Shunt posting, I think it was, as miniature spinacher, and whoever that was, I tip my hat to you. I love that. I'm henceforth calling it miniature spinacher. that's just great. Oh, there we go. So Daedalus takes the win, sending Mini Spinny into the Redemption Rumble along with Splody Boy and Thunderchild. After a brief tussle between these three robots, Mini Spinny fainted and was counted out, leaving Splody Boy and Thunderchild to fight it out between them. Splody Boy ended up on its back with its spinner in the air and then was promptly pitted by Thunderchild. And I'm gonna say that Rory's loss was a valiant thing. That was, you know, it was some horrendous, horrible internal failure. No. Link. So there we go. Links, ladies and gentlemen. Dale, what did you think of the Rumble?
Yeah, F for Mini Spinny, obviously.
Yes, F.
And I think it's a pity for Splody Boy. These are all just stupid puns. Yeah, no, I liked it. It wasn't quite the proper ding dong as a couple of weeks ago, but it was still good to watch.
It was a ding, not a ding dong, but it was a good ding.
It was yeah, a little tinkle on the bell.
Oh, Mark, what did you think of it?
Yeah, it was good. You know, it was gutting for Mini Spinny. You know, it's happened to myself. You know, but you know, links and what have you. You know, it's just it's gutting. But
you knocked out my link before. Actually, I think last year's UE didn't my link come out in a Rumble with you?
I think so. Yeah.
Oh, and the Euros. I need to replace that link. Actually, that's.
I know.
I fought you twice. Do you know what? The Euros was so frustrating for me. On the other hand, the 3 bots I lost to were all podium bots. Because I fought X301. Yeah. I fought you. You were third, and I thought, why you?
Oh, don't say second. That. Oh, bad memories.
So, going back to Bugglebots, where Mark got first place. So this Rumble, I think Dale's right. It wasn't quite the proper ding dong that we had in Heat 5, but it was, and it certainly wasn't the absolute chaos of the second chance Rumble. But no, it was still good. Oh yeah, I liked it. There you go. So Thunderchild takes the win after Mini Spinny faints and Splody Boy is in the pit. So we move on to the Heat semi-finals, and it's K2 versus Sore Loser. I think it's fair to say this was 3 minutes of K2 basically bullying Sore Loser, Mark. I mean, credit to Sore Loser. It stood up to your punishment better than it did in season 1, and the fight lasted the distance and went to the judges. So that's a good thing for Sore Loser. It's a definite improvement on last year. Mark, were you surprised with the decision, or did you think maybe you'd got it in the bag at the end of that fight?
Yeah, I think I knew deep down, you know, that it was gonna come on, it was gonna fall on me. You know, Sore Loser, amazing robot. You know, he was an amazing robot in Series 1. You know, I know Alex had done a few tweaks and upgrades and what have you, and I had done the same. So I was you know, intrigued to find out what was going to happen. And yeah, you know, we just kept hitting it, and to be fair, it just held up, you know. And take my hat off to Alex. Is a solid bot.
Very hard to control though. It does gyro a lot.
Yeah.
Dale, what about you?
Yeah, I liked it. It was it's always weird to see K2 randomly flip a robot from time to time because it's not a flipper. Sort of think
It
it's
is a
quite weird
vert, though.
Yeah, but I mean, it's still. I don't know. It just doesn't. My brain can't comprehend that. I don't know. It's just weird.
Even after seeing Drizzle.
Well, yeah, but I mean
did you
that's
miss Drizzle versus Wee Woo?
yeah, but that's a slightly different matter. We're talking about just. I
We're
don't
talking
know.
about Tom Brewster.
Yes, no, but yeah, it was a good fight, and then K2 tried to do the wheel diet, so that was nice.
Oh,
Yeah.
yes, I
He
forgot.
ate,
Yeah.
he ate the pit tire. Did
Oh,
it taste nice?
well, I think I've got a bit of a track record with pit buttons. It's not the first one I've destroyed. I want to say it's about the third or fourth, actually.
So when Chris Moulton, our technical guy, was in the safety briefing, was saying to everybody, please don't eat the pit tires or try not to. He was aiming it at you.
Well, when you sort of like, I was so engrossed, it was like I just didn't, you just don't think about stuff like that. And don't get me wrong, I'm not talking about 4-pit buttons in this series. I'm just saying, in my roboting career so far.
K2.
K2.
Yeah.
K2, very good, me.
Oh dear. He's here all night, Mark. There we go. So we move on to Thunderchild versus Daedalus, and it's rematch time. I have to say, this fight was worthy of a grand final, in all honesty. And that's not to say that the grand final itself wasn't spectacular, because, oh my God, it was. But this fight was also amazing in its own right. Both bots fought so hard. But Daedalus took a trip down the pit. And thus, Thunderchild takes the win and will go on to face Mark and K2 in the final. Dale, was this fight spectacular or was this fight spectacular?
It was both and more. And the close escape from the pit was quite fun to watch as well.
We've had quite a few of them this season. I think my favourite still has to be Gear Down for What doing his little cartwheel over the pit. It was just the most perfectly timed weapon fire in the history of weapon firing. Literally. Oh, but there we go. Yeah, this Mark, what was it like for you watching this?
Well, I was, deep down, I think I was watching it thinking, Daedalus, please do not win. Based on the old, rock, paper, scissors, I think, a horizontal would have been not an ideal match for me, personally.
Yeah,
for
I know
K2.
K2 has struggled in the past with horizontals.
Yeah, but especially, big hitting ones, because the weight is so stretched out, trying to cover everything that, it is vulnerable to certain, weapon types. And, especially something like Daedalus, it hits hard. So I think, I prefer, to fight a wedge over something as crazy as Daedalus. If I had a little wedge of my own, maybe I'd feel differently. But at the moment, that's not a choice. But I can remember sort of watching it, and I couldn't believe that Nate had beat Daedalus twice. I was like, oh my God.
Yeah, hats off to Nate for that.
And, to be fair, Cosmin's awesome, and the robot is great as well. So it could have gone any way really, and I had to fight somebody in a final, whichever one, it would have just had to be the same, just try my best.
Did you fight Daedalus at the Euros?
I have not. Me and Cosmin.
Oh yeah, you fought Wyu.
Yes, that was fun.
Wyu was the bot that took me out in the end as well. I've fought two of Cosmin's spinners now, but Daedalus is not one of them.
Me and Cosmin, we haven't actually met before, so I'm sure there will be.
Don't tell the Bugglebots producers. Oh wait, hold on.
I'm sure it'll happen.
There we go. So we're gonna go. Bring it back to Daedalus.
Yeah.
Because up next is the battle for third place, which is Daedalus versus Sore Loser, which is just before we get to the finale, because we have one more podium place to determine.
Yeah.
So, can I please get an F in the chat for sore loser's arm.
Yes, massive F.
Yeah. Yeah.
It was going
large,
well, and then oh, it's been decapitated. Oh, there we go. Dale, what did you think of the decapitation of sore loser?
I mean, obviously, like you say, F, but great to watch. That's what you want to watch when you watch robot fights.
And it's all right because Alex has plenty of spares. It's fine.
Yes.
He's a man of spares. Mark,
Yes.
what about you?
Yeah, it was great. It was quite a quick fight. I think I can remember being, because Alex was sat on the table next to me in the pits, and he was like preparing another chassis, I believe, for if he won this fight, or I think he was preparing another chassis because he was expecting damage in this one. But yeah, the fight, you see early on it gets hit and the sort of front plate becomes loose, or one side of it breaks, and then the lid comes off, and then it's sort of like the finisher is that arm, it just like bobbing across the floor, and it was just like, what did I just witness? Because obviously I fought solos and it went the full distance, and mine is not something that is gonna. K2 isn't something that's going to absolutely destroy somebody, but I couldn't believe what Deadless had just done. Like it just absolutely went mental.
I loved how the arm kind of took on a life of its own, because the wires were still connected and the spinner was kind of still going. And so it just had a little mind of its own. It's like, I'm still alive,
You're just hopping across the floor, in front, and it was like, what? And I can remember just sitting there thinking, what did I just witness? That was mental.
Saw hopper, that's what we'll call it.
Yeah.
There we go. So that brings us on to the grand finale. And oh boy, it's the reigning spinner champ versus America's finest wedge. The fight went the full 3 minutes and it was back and forth the whole way through. I don't think I could have called that fight at any point throughout it. I think when it finally finished, sort of knowing it's gone to the judges, I think on damage I would have given it to K2, because, of course, although Thunderchild is so tanky and so well driven, it doesn't have an active weapon, and so it isn't getting the damage in the way that K2 is. So in my head, I thought, now it's gone to the judges, I think it's gone to K2. But throughout the fight, there was at no point where I thought either of you two had the upper hand. It was just so evenly matched throughout, and it, like I said, it was back and forth. It was a proper ding dong. Thank you, James. And it was great. How did it fit? Talk us through it, Mark.
Well, we all know I've come across an American. Oh God, sorry. Yes, Captain Doom. That's it. Sorry, and that didn't end well for me. I think I was on my back more than anything. But
yeeted out of the arena.
yeah, myself. But to be fair, Nate's an amazing driver. And watching him through the competition, sort of pushing people around, it's a great robot. But I just remember I was just trying to weave around as much as possible and trying not to stay in the same place and make it easy for him. But I don't know whether I gone top and chewed up some of the wheels. I'm not 100% sure. I
think there was some wheel damage.
But it was just literally you just sort of just fighting to the just keeping going, trying to fight to the death.
Yeah. Well, it went your way because the judges went for you. Dale, what did you think of it?
Yeah, it's a great fight. Whoever you're the final, and just well done to the Berg to win.
Yes. Congratulations to the Berg. Well done. You've won Bugglebots again for the 10th time.
Yes.
Bravo. So, I've already asked you how it feels to be the champ, but now that we've gone through it again, how does it feel?
It's great. It's great. It's a great community, and I think we all have fun whether we win or lose. But yeah, it is an achievement to win series 1 and 2. I think a few people have mentioned through the second day, do you think you can do it? And it was sort of like, I think there's more chance of me winning the lottery than winning series 1 and 2. But no, it's great. It's something that I'm proud of anyway, and great to be part of it.
Do you know what? Hearing that everybody's having fun, I think, is what means most to me as a producer. One thing I won't do at Bugglebots is exploit people. And so, hearing the Roboteers afterwards saying that they're having fun, win or lose, that just like that makes it for me, man. Thank you.
Yeah. No, that's it, and everyone who sort of, contributed to it, it's not, everyone who volunteered and give up their time, that's a great thing to do. And I think everybody who was there, who was having input into it, everybody had that, everybody was still, they were enthusiastic towards the sport, and they weren't there because they had to be. They were there because they wanted to be.
Yeah, and it shows.
Yeah.
So before we move on to the awards, 2 weeks ago, we had Greg Catalina on the show, and he told us a little story about how Bourbon's frame was repaired by his girlfriend using the toilet to repair it. And we didn't know if this was true or not. And so I had to go to Rob Kopinski and ask him, was this true? And it is in fact true.
Wow.
Ladies and gentlemen. There we go. So I said, I repeated what Greg said, which was essentially that he both did and did not want to know how she knew that would work. But I asked Rob regardless, because curiosity killed the cat, and I loved his answer. He simply said that his girlfriend is smart and a very resourceful woman. And you know what? I love that. That's great. It's so wholesome. It's the most ridiculous story with the best wholesome ending, and it's amazing. So we move on to the Shunt Posting Awards. And first up, I'd like to give an honorary Shunt Posting Award to just Bugglebots in general. Cast, crew, Roboteers, everyone. You win a Shunt Posting Award for being awesome.
Well done, all.
Way. There we go. So on to the actual Shunt Posting Awards. We go to the John Reed Good Hit of the Night Award, which actually was quite hard to choose this week. There was one very notable big hit, which was Sore Loser is Armless. But also notable hits, K2 eating the pit release tyre and Mini Spinny's Great Link Escape. So voting for yourself is permitted, Mark. Who would you like to vote for?
Oh, no, I think I'm going to go for the arm myself. Option 1, please.
Sore Loser is armless. Yeah. Dale, what about you?
Yeah, I think anything that Daedalus does almost has to be a good hit, to be fair.
I can't disagree with that, to be fair. So I will make it unanimous. Congratulations, Daedalus and Sore Loser. You win the John Reed Good Hit of the Night Award for Bugglebots Grand Final. That brings us on to the Salt Powered Robot Award, which is for anything that makes you salty. So I've been investigating the internet, and it's probably no surprise that the Sore Loser versus Thunderchild judges' decision is in for a nomination, because oh boy, the comments are salty about this one. And on that note, I'm going to nominate the YouTube comment section in general for the Salt Powered Robot Award. Dale, I'll come to you first. Who would you like to vote for?
They're both quite good contenders. I'll go Thunderchild, alluding, the judge's decision.
The judge's decision. Fair enough. That's one for the judge's decision. Mark, what about you?
I don't know. I think there was a lot of saltiness for Sore Loser versus Thunderchild, so I think I'm gonna have to go with that one.
I think I don't disagree with you. I've seen some of the comments, and do you know what? I almost find them funny, because it's like Imagine your life being so privileged and carefree that this is what you get angry about on the internet, right? Like, I envy these people that, because I mean, it's the only plausible explanation for it, other than that they need anger management, right? Because it's one or the other, right? So either get help or maybe check your privilege, right?
Yeah.
But I'll make it unanimous. There we go. Sore loser versus standard child judge's decision. Woo! You get the Soul Powered Robot Award for what it's worth.
Yeah.
That leaves us with the Shanty McShuntpost Award, and we have 3 nominations for this one. We have Rara taking a nap, Wedge, and of course, Charge the Batteries. So, Mark, who would you like to vote for?
I'll go for myself.
Yes.
With my Charge the Batteries.
I literally cannot hear that phrase anymore without hearing your accent, Mark. Honestly, even if like the most poshest person said it ever, or another strong accent, like say I don't know, a Jamaican accent, for example, even if it was said in a really thick accent, I still hear it in your Welsh accent. It's like it's gonna stay with me for the rest of my life, Mark.
Oh well,
So,
I need stickers then, obviously, don't I?
I'm going to make you charge the battery stickers for Buggle 3. Dale, what about you? Who are you going to vote for?
As tempting as Charge the Batteries is, I'm going to have to go with Wedge.
Ooh. Wedge! Oh, I've got that sound clip of Nate shouting Wedge. I'm just going to put that, interject that into this Shuntcast at some point. Oh, that means I've got to choose between the two of them. I think purely because Mark will forever be ingrained in my brain now, I'm going to have to go for Charge the Batteries. So congratulations, Mark! You win the Shunty McShuntpost Award. Oh, actually, as it's the grand final, I do have one bonus award to give out, actually. Another bonus award. Mini Spinny and Gear Down for What? You are now the proud owners of the Robert Cowan Relinkable Switch Award. Congratulations. Yeah, I went there. So, Mark, that brings us on to the member questions.
Oh, right. Nice.
Dale is going to kick us off.
Okay.
I am indeed. Here we go. Was there a K1?
Yes, yeah. Originally, the robot was called Kamikaze. And I think its first event was at the Euros 2017.
Ooh, I remember that.
Yeah, and originally it was going to be called. It was actually going to be just a wedge, and that's why it was called Kamikaze, because I was just trying to build something which was just like a brick that I could throw into things. But then I thought, nah, I need an active weapon, and then that's how then things has all changed.
There we go. Question 2: did the pit tire taste nice?
No, it was rather rubbery.
Didn't like the texture.
No, a bit tough.
Oh dear. What would be your dream match?
Oh, I don't know. Just something just anything that I probably wouldn't normally get a chance to fight. It's great with Bugglebots because obviously, we get people coming from everywhere. So, you wouldn't normally get that in a standard event, So anything from overseas.
Oh, so like maybe Unconscious 514 or Halo or something.
Yeah.
Oh, Halo was a beautiful machine.
Oh, I know. It was.
Oh, so much lovely in it.
It's above my capabilities.
Question 4: how surprised were you that the Berg won?
Massively surprised because I must have a replica trophy in the house. I don't know.
It's that holographic imagery again, isn't it?
Oh, terrible.
Bloody production. What are they
They're
like?
still editing it now. I mean, it's unbelievable. Months later. Can't believe it. Oh dear. Anyway, next question. Now that you have 2 Bugglebot trophies, Are they allowed on your shelf next to your wedding picture?
Unfortunately, not.
Oh, have you still not persuaded her?
No, she's not. She's not having any of it. No.
Where's they gone then?
Well, I've got them. They're in my garage at the moment. I've been installing, a fitted kitchen into my garage, so they sort of they're up in there.
Oh, there we go. Question 6. Could you please intricately describe the procedure of charging your batteries?
Plug it in. Make sure you've got it set correctly so it doesn't explode, and a couple of minutes later, it'll give you a lovely little tone to let you know it's ready.
Could you replicate this tone at all?
Oh God, I can't even think. Doodle-doo-doo, something. That is, I don't even think it's anything like that, but it's along those lines. It sounds like a Nokia 3310 or something. Some people might not know what that is, but
The thing we used to play Snake on.
Yeah. Oh, good times.
Oh, good times.
Oh dear. Yeah. Well, what's the most damage K2 took in the competition?
I think. What did I change? Because I didn't really change anything on there. There was, I think, who was it? Soluza. I think he chewed on the side of one of my wheel guards, and then when I swallowed the button, he sort of like brought his arm over the opposite way and made a few marks on the lid. And to be honest, that's about it. It was mainly it, I think.
Basically, all you had to do was charge your batteries.
Yeah. It's scared.
Your next question is more of a request. It is, Can you please say, "Hello, I'm Mark Leigh, and I'm here to charge your batteries" in your thickest Welsh accent?
Oh God. I can't do what do you mean a Welsh accent? I'm just talking normally. Hello, I'm Mark Leigh. See, it probably sounds weird now. I don't. Hello, I'm Mark Leigh, and I'm from South Wales, and I'm. Oh God, I forgot.
I'm here to charge your batteries.
I'm here to charge your batteries. Sorry, that's a pretty bad attempt, actually.
Oh dear.
Oh dear. Yeah. So next question: what is the airspeed velocity of a drizzled wee woo?
Pardon?
What is the airspeed velocity of a drizzled wee woo?
Brittled wee woo.
A drizzled.
Oh, drizzled. Oh my God, that's like Mach 10 or something, is it?
Oh dear. Warp factor 9.
Yeah. Well, yeah.
Oh my goodness. So your final question is a game of beat, defeat, judges, which is a bit like Snog, Marry, Avoid, but robot fighting.
Right.
But because you're the Bugglebots champion, it doesn't really work because you won everything. So we can't have a defeat and we can't have a judges. So what we're going to do, we're going to mix it up. Your robot is going to be the Bug. So
Right.
that's your robot that you're driving.
Yes.
And the 3 opponents you have are Daedalus, Catalyst, and Wayu. So one of them you beat, one of them defeats you, and one of them goes to the judges.
Oh, right, okay. And
you've got the Berg.
I've got the Berg, right, okay. So I think the Berg, I think it would beat Deadlass. It'd go to the judges with Wayu, but obviously win. But unfortunately, it has to lose the Catalyst, I think.
But win.
Yeah,
lose to Catalyst.
Just he allowed him to do it because he felt sorry for James.
That's fair enough. James is adorable.
But also, Catalyst is an awesome robot, not this in Catalyst.
Do you know what's also an awesome robot? Dwayne Nibley, because Dwayne Nibley beat Daedalus, and just how freaking glorious was that?
I know. I was watching, I was thinking, James.
I was at my parents' in Cornwall.
Dungeon over.
Gus and I were watching it on the live stream. The funny thing is, right, my dad, who is a football fan, unironically said to me, as Gus and I had the laptop on the table and were watching James win on the live stream, he's like, "Oh, this is antisocial, this." And I'm like, "Hang on. You and my brother have the football on the TV and are literally screaming at the TV, and me watching a robot stream is somehow different to this? What?" Like, we're both screaming at the TV here. It's just the only difference is one's on a laptop and one's on a TV.
Yeah. Robots are way better than football.
Oh, they
Fact.
are, right? I can't.
Yeah.
Insert that clip of the IT crowd when they're watching the football game here. That man's kicked the ball. The other man's kicked the ball. This is an interesting development.
Yeah, I couldn't do it to myself. I feel robbed of time if I had to watch a football match.
Do you know what? I have been to matches because my father is an avid Crystal Palace supporter, being a Palace boy. And as a child, I was taken to the odd football game. I went to one in my teens, actually, as well. The atmosphere at the games wasn't too bad. I did get quite into it, and I thought, well, you know, I'm here for 90 minutes. I might as well enjoy it. And it was a good laugh being there. But watching it on telly, man, it's just... Ugh.
It's different, isn't it?
It's just, yeah. You don't get good hits and Shunty McShunt posts on football, do you? Huh?
Nope.
But then, well, Mark, I'm afraid that's the end of the members' question section, and I'm also afraid it's the end of the shunk.
Oh.
Good. Sad faces, please.
Yeah.
So, Mark, thank you for joining us. Do you have any shout-outs or anything that you'd like to give out?
Oh, I don't know.
The wife and kids for putting up with the robots.
Well, yes, yeah. Even though, you know, my wife, she just looks at me and thinks, "What are you doing?" You know, she's not. I could never imagine bringing her along. Oh my God, she just thinks I'm a man child. But, you know, I'll accept that.
It's okay to be a man child sometimes.
It is, yeah. But no, you know, just a shout out to everyone in the community who, you know, all their efforts and everything, you know.
Yes, it is a very lovely and wholesome community.
Yes.
Apart from shunt posting, we're just weird.
And I'm gonna have to go and have a look at that lovely picture of me now they've put on there that I've noticed there, you know, with my dodgy cheesy.
You know you've made it when you're a meme, Mark.
Well, do you know what? It's probably one of my first. I think. I don't think it's. I did see a Wallace and Gromit one. That made me.
Oh
laugh.
yeah, I remember that one. I think that was 08.
Yeah,
that was lovely.
That did make me laugh. But yeah, I don't get memed a lot. To be fair.
Well, we're good. You're the 2 times Bugglebots champion now, Mark. This is obviously going to have to change.
Oh well, there we go. You know, that's it's a life goal right there.
Shunt posting.
You
gotta make K2 and Mark Leigh memes. Come on.
We'll work on it now.
I'll send them to my wife then.
For meme and glory. But there we go. So, ladies and gentlemen, it's goodbye from Dale.
Bye-bye.
It's goodbye from Mark.
Cheerio.
And it's goodbye from the Queen. Goodbye.